Chapter 15.1, question number 1 of 1. Okay, let us write by calculating the area of Kamal's garden. So this is the figure given to us. This is Kamal's house and we are asked to calculate the area of Kamal's garden. Kamal's garden is square shaped and each side of this square shaped garden is 20 meter. So we are asked to find the area of Kamal's garden, isn't it? This is 20 meter and this is 20 meter. So this is square shaped. Area of Kamal's garden equal to, this is a square, isn't it? And each side of a square is 20 meters. So area of this square will be given by the formula side square, isn't it? So each side is 20 meter. So 20 square. 20 square means 2 squared is 4. 0 squared means 2 zeros. Okay, 1 0 squared means 2 zeros. So 400 square meter. Area of Kamal's garden is 400 square meter. Okay, question number 1 of 2. Let us write by calculating how much cost is required to repair the floor of Kamal's veranda if rupees 30 is the cost per square meter. So this is Kamal's veranda, isn't it? This is Kamal's veranda. So let us first calculate the area of Kamal's veranda, and after that what we do is the rate of repairing Kamal's veranda is rupees 30 per square meter. Means if we multiply the total area of Kamal's veranda with the rate, we get the cost of repairing Kamal's veranda, isn't it? So first we calculate the area of Kamal's veranda. Okay, Kamal's veranda is in the shape of a rectangle. The breadth is 5 meter, isn't it? Breadth of this rectangle is 5 meter and the length of this veranda is 10 meter. Okay, this is 10 meter. So the area of rectangle is length into breadth, isn't it? Since area of Kamal's veranda equal to length into breadth. So what is length? Length is 10 into what is breadth? Breadth is 5 meter square. Meter into meter is meter square. Okay, 10 5s are 50 meter square or square meter. Okay, so we got the area of Kamal's veranda and rate of repairing Kamal's veranda is rupees 30 per square meter. Since rate of repairing equal to rupees 30 per square meter, isn't it? To repair 1 square meter, the cost is 30 rupees. So to repair this much area, what will be the total cost? Therefore, total cost COST, total cost of repairing Kamal's veranda equal to 50 total area of Kamal's veranda into rate of repairing, that is 30. So 50 into 30 equal to 5 3s are 15 and these 2 zeros we put here, 1500 rupees, 1500. Okay, question number 3 of 1. Kamal wants to cover the floor of his reading room with tiles. Let us write by calculating how many tiles will be required to cover his floor of reading room with the size of tiles 25 centimeter into 25 centimeter, isn't it? So we can see the reading room here. This is the reading room and sides of reading room are 6 meter into, this is equal to this side, isn't it? 5 meter. Okay, so we can see a small rectangle here. Length of this rectangle is 6 meter. Okay, 6 meter and the breadth is 5 meter. Okay, this is breadth 5 meter equal to this side 5 meter. When we multiply the length and breadth, we get the area of the floor of his reading room. Okay, area of the floor of his reading room. Length into breadth gives us the area of the floor. Now we are asked to cover this floor with the tiles and the measurement of each tiles is 25 centimeter into 25 centimeter. So the question is asking us to find the number of tiles that will be required to cover the floor of this reading room. Okay, now let us first find the area of commons reading room. Since area of floor of reading room equal to length into breadth, so length is 6 into breadth is 5 meter square. 6 5 is 30 meter square, isn't it? Now area of area of each tile equal to 25 centimeter into 25 centimeter, isn't it? 25 centimeter into 25 centimeter. So we have centimeter here, but we have meter here. So what we do is we make the same unit. Okay, so if we divide centimeter by 100, we convert into meters. Okay, now 25 upon 100, this becomes meter, and this also 25 upon 100 will become meter. Okay, so let me bring closer. Okay, 25 upon 100 into 25 upon 100 meter square. 25 1s are 25, 25 4s are 100, 25 1s are 25, 25 4s are 100. So this will give us 1 into 1. Let me write here. 1 into 1 is 1, 4 4s are 16. 1 upon 16 meter square. Okay, 1 upon 16 meter square. So this is the area of each tile, isn't it? If the area of each tile is 1 upon 16 meter square, so how many tiles will be required to cover this area? Means what we have to do is simply divide this area by the area of each tile, isn't it? So therefore number of tiles required equal to total area of the floor 30 divided by area of each tile 1 upon 16. So this will become 30. So if we change this division sign, all upon sign to multiplication sign, the number from the denominator, that is 16, will go to the numerator, and this one will come down to the denominator. Okay, now 30 into 16 upon 1, isn't it? So 30 into 16, 3 into 16 is 48, and this 0 we write here. 480 upon 1 is 480. Okay, so tiles. Question number 1 of 2. We have a rectangle here. Length of this rectangle is 12 meter and breadth is 8 meter. We are asked to find the area of this colored part. Okay, and the width of the colored part is 3 meters. Okay, width of this colored part is 3 meters. So what we do is first we join this. Okay, when we join this, we see two rectangles here. One is this and the other is this. I am talking about this colored portion only. Okay, so this rectangle, let's see this rectangle first. Now length of this rectangle is 12 meter, isn't it? This is 12 meter. 12 meter, and breadth of this rectangle is 3 meter. Breadth is 3 meter. Okay, this is 3 meter. Breadth is 3 meter. So we can find the area of this small rectangle by applying the formula length into breadth, isn't it? Now we find the area of this another rectangle as well. Okay, this rectangle. Okay, breadth or the width is 3 meter and the length is, so the total length is 8 meter, isn't it? This is equal to this 8 meter is equal to this 8 meter. Total is 8 meter, but we have to subtract 3 meter from the top, isn't it? Because this 3 meter is already calculated. So the total length, remaining length is 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3, that is 5 meter. Okay, this portion we must subtract because we have already calculated. So this only. So total 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 will give us 5 meter. Okay, now we can find the area of this rectangle also by multiplying length into breadth. So the area of the colored portion will be area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle, isn't it? Okay, area of the colored portion. Area of the colored portion equal to area of this rectangle, that is 12 into 3 meter square plus area of this rectangle, that is length into breadth. Breadth is 3 meter square. Okay, 12 3s are 36 meter square plus 5 3s are 15 meter square. So 6 plus 5 is 11, 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5 meter square, means we can write square meter also. Okay, meter square and square meter same thing. So area of the colored portion is 51 square meter. The area of this colored portion is 51 square meter. Question number 2 of 2. Okay, so we have a rectangle here and the length of this rectangle is 26 meter, breadth is 14 meter. Okay, we are asked to find the area of this colored portion, isn't it? And the width of this colored portion is 3 meters. This is given to us. So what we do is we simply join these 2 points. Okay, this and this. After that we find the area of this small rectangle here. Now the length of this rectangle is equal to this length is equal to this length, that is 26 meter. Okay, this length is equal to this length, isn't it? 26 meter. And the width of this rectangle is 3 meters. This is given to us, 3 meters. This is 3 meter. After that we find the area of this 2 rectangles. Okay, how do we find that is, now see, here we have a rectangle. If we have not calculated the middle portion, then we would calculate the total length, isn't it? But here we have already calculated the middle portion of this rectangle. This 3 meter has already been calculated while calculating the length of this long rectangle, this rectangle, isn't it? So this 3 meters is already calculated, means what we do is we assume that this 3 meters is shifted to the top. Okay, here 3 meters. Now total length for this rectangle, the small rectangle, okay, this rectangle, total length is 14 meter, isn't it? Total length from this top to bottom is 14 meter. But 3 meter has already been calculated here while calculating the area of this rectangle. So we subtract this 3 meter. Now the length of this new rectangle is 14 minus 3. 14 minus 3, that will give us 11, isn't it? 11 meter. Let me write this. Total is 14 and this is 3 meter. When we subtract 3 meter, this will become 11 meter. This is 11 meter. And the width of this rectangle is 3 meter. Okay. So we erase this. Now when we add the area of this rectangle plus the area of this rectangle, we get the area of the colored part, isn't it? So area of the colored part equal to length is 26. Let me write here. 26 into breadth is 3 meter. This is the area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle. Length is 11 times breadth is 3 meter square. So 3 6 are 18, 3 2 are 6, 7, 78 meter square plus 3 11 are 33 meter square. 8 plus 3 11, 7 plus 3 10 plus 1 is 11 meter square. 111 meter square, or you can write 111 square meters. Question number 3 of 2. So this is the figure given to us, and we are asked to find the area of this colored portion, okay? And width of this colored portion is 4 meters. Internal length is 16 meter and internal breadth is 9 meter, okay? So how do we find the area of this colored part? First, what we do is we join these 2 points, okay? This also we join. After that, we can see 2 rectangles here. This rectangle and this rectangle, isn't it? First, this rectangle and this rectangle. When we find the area of one rectangle, what we do? We simply multiply by 2, because these 2 rectangles are congruent rectangles, same size, okay? So first, length of this rectangle, total length of this small rectangle. This length is 9 meter. From this point to this point is 9 meter. Now we have extended to this point, means 4 meter. Again, from this point to this meter, this point to this point, 4 meter. So 4 meter here, 4 meter here, total 8 meter. So 16 plus 8 meter is the length of this small rectangle, okay? This rectangle. And the width of this rectangle is 4 meter. Now this is the first rectangle and this is the second rectangle. So when we find the area of this rectangle, we simply multiply by 2. When we multiply by 2, we get the total area of this and these 2 rectangles, okay? Now again we have another 2 rectangles here. We find the area of one rectangle and then we will multiply by 2, because these two rectangles are congruent to each other. Okay, now this is another rectangle, this rectangle. Length is 9 meter and width of this rectangle is 4 meter, isn't it? Length is 9 meter and width is 4 meter. So when we multiply length and we get length and breadth, we get the area of this small rectangle. Now when we multiply the area of this small rectangle by 2, we get the total area of these 2 rectangles. The same rectangle is here also, isn't it? So area of the colored part. Area of the colored part equal to area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle. So first, area of this rectangle. Length is 16 plus 8. 16 plus 8 is 24. 16 plus 8 is 24. Length into breadth. Breadth is 4 meter. Length into breadth. So this is the area of this rectangle. When we multiply this area by 2, we get the total area of the 2 rectangles. This one and this one. Meter square. Plus area of this small rectangle. Length is 9 meter. Length is 9 meter and breadth is 4 meter. Length is 9 meter and breadth is 4 meter. 9 into 4, isn't it? When we multiply length into breadth, we get the area of this rectangle. Now when we multiply this area by 2, we get the total area of these 2 rectangles, isn't it? This and this, okay? Meter square. So 2 4s are 8. 8 into 24. 2 4s are 8. 8 4s are 32. 2, 3 in hand. 8 2s are 16. 16, 17, 18, 19. 192 meter square. Plus 2 4s are 8. 8 9s are 72 meter square. Okay. This 2 plus this 2 is 4. 7 plus 9 is 16. 6, 1 in hand. This 1 plus that 1 is 2 meter square. 264 meter square or 264 square meters. Question number 4 of 2. This is the rectangle given to us. Length of this rectangle is 28 meter and breadth is 20 meter. We are asked to find the area of this colored part, okay? And the width of this colored part is 3 meters, isn't it? 3 meters, okay? So what we do is we join this and this also, okay? Now First we find the area of this rectangle. After that we can see these two rectangles are similar to each other, isn't it? So if we find the area of this rectangle, we multiply by 2, and when we multiply by 2 we get the total area of these two rectangles, isn't it? Similarly, these two rectangles are also similar to each other. If we find the area of this rectangle, simply we multiply by 2 and we can get the total areas of these two rectangles. Okay, so first, this is the small rectangle. We can see on the top here, length of this rectangle is 28 meters, isn't it? 28 meters, and breadth of this rectangle is 3 meters, because breadth is the width of the colored part, isn't it? 3. When we find the area of this rectangle by multiplying length and breadth, okay, we can simply multiply this area by 2 and get the total area of these two rectangles. Okay, after that, into 2 plus we find the area of this small rectangle here. So this small rectangle, total length is 20 meters, isn't it? 20. Total length is 20. So we subtract 3 meters here and 3 meters here, means total 20 minus 6. 20 minus 6 meters. This is the area of, this is the length of this small rectangle, and the width of this rectangle is 3 meters. So we multiply length and breadth, we get the area of this small rectangle. After that, when we multiply the area of this rectangle with 2, we get the total areas of these two rectangles. Okay, so area of the colored part equal to, length is 20, I'm writing the area of this rectangle, okay, length into breadth, breadth is 3, length into breadth will give us the area of this rectangle. When we multiply by 2, we get the total areas of these two rectangles, okay, meter square plus length is 20 minus 6, total is 20, 3 subtract, we subtract here 3 and we subtract 3 here, so total length is 20 minus 6, 20 minus 6 is 14, isn't it? So 14, 20 minus 6 is 14, okay, 14 length into breadth is 3, 14 into 3 means the area of this small rectangle. Similar rectangle we have here as well, so when we multiply this by 2, okay, we get the total areas of these two rectangles, meter square. 2 3s are 6, 6 8s are 48, 8 4 in hand, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 4 is 16 meter square, plus 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24, 4 2 in hand, 6 1s are 6 plus 2 is 8, 84 meter square. 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 in hand, 8 plus 6, 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 1 is 15, 1 plus that 1 is 2, 252 square meters. So the total area of the colored part is 252 square meters. Okay, question number 5 of 2. So this is the rectangle. Length of this rectangle is 120 centimeter and breadth is 90 centimeter. Okay, we are asked to find the area of this colored part, isn't it? And the width of this colored part is 3 centimeter. Okay, so what we do is we join these 2 points and these 2 points as well. After that, we can see a small rectangle here in the middle, isn't it? So this is the rectangle, and length of this rectangle is 120 centimeter. The total length is equal to the length of this rectangle, and width of this rectangle is 3 centimeter. 3 centimeter. Okay, after that we have these 2 rectangles as well. So area of this rectangle, now we have already calculated 3 centimeter from this middle part of this total rectangle, isn't it? So Let me explain this. This was the rectangle whose length was 90 centimeter and width of this rectangle is 3 centimeter, isn't it? But we have already calculated 3 centimeter from the middle here, isn't it? So we assume this middle part is shifted to the top, okay? For our simplicity, for our ease, I am shifting this middle part to the top here, 3 centimeter. The part which we have already calculated while calculating the area of this long rectangle, okay? This part is shifted to the top. So what will be the length of this rectangle now? Total was 90 minus 3 will be the length of this rectangle. So 90 minus 3 is 87. 90 minus 3 is 87, isn't it? This is the length of this rectangle. So length is 87 centimeter into breadth is 3 centimeter. So when we multiply 87 into 3, we get the area of this rectangle. So similar rectangle we can see here also. That means we multiply the area of this rectangle by 2, we get the total area of these two rectangles, isn't it? So let's find the area of the colored part. Area of the colored part equal to area of this rectangle, that is 120 length into breadth. Breadth is 3, okay, meter square. So we should not multiply this with 2 because there is only one rectangle in the middle, okay, plus now here we have to find the area of this rectangle, isn't it? So length is 87, length is 87 into breadth is 3, breadth is 3, length is 87 into breadth is 3, length into breadth. We have similar rectangle here also, so we multiply by 2, meter square. So 3 12s are 36, this 0 we write here, meter square, plus 2 3s are 6, 6 into 87, isn't it? 2 3s are 6, 6 7s are 42, 2 4 in hand, 6 8s are 48, 48 49 50 51 52, 52 522 meter square. So this 0, this 2 becomes 2, 2 plus 6 is 8, 5 plus 3 is also 8, 882 meter square, or we also write square meters, okay, same thing. The total area of this colored part is 882 square meters. Okay, this much for today. Thank you so much. If you like the video, then hit the like button. If you find this video helpful, then don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel, okay? Thank you so much.